very pale, John.
But I think it's the mouth.
In the mouth, John. I think it's in the eyes.
I see it in the eyes. I see it in the eyes. I can see it in the eyes. In the nose. In the nose. I'm looking at it. In the nose. 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 In the mouth. In the hair. The hair. The hair. The
I prescribed her rest. That was all she needed. Just a little bit of rest and everything would have been...
I'm looking a little less yellow, John, don't you
In my opinion, she never wanted to leave the room. It became her world, her life. It's all she thought about. She was obsessed with it. It was her only concern. She dreamt of it. She would have slept there if she could have, until she became lost with it. The way I see it, it was there from the beginning. You go back all that time, I could always see it in her eyes. There was something that wasn't quite correct. You would have seen it too, it was obvious. There was always something wrong, and the question I asked myself is, could I have done anything if I'd noticed any sooner? I don't know. I'll never know. There you see it in her arm. She's reaching for something. The elbow lock, she's trying to grasp something in the ceiling. That would be absurd, there's nothing in the ceiling, but maybe... No, we need to look at how her head is pressed into the floor, like she's listening to something. She can hear something in the floor, and she's trying to find... There's nothing in the floor, it's in her arm. You can see it in her arm. What is she reaching for? That's the question. There's nothing in her arm. The way her body's curved, she's obviously repulsed by something. She can't be repulsed by anything because her ear is pressed into the floor. It's nothing to do with her ear, it's in the arm. Is she reaching out for me? It's nothing to do with her arm or her ear. She's repulsed by something. Look at the way... No, she can hear something in the floor, and she's trying to find out. There's nothing in the floor. You've been in that room yourself. Look. The way she moves her hair. That's what we're used to know. Rest, darling. Just stop. Stop. You need to rest. Please stop. Stop there. Rest. Please stop. You need to rest. Hold rest. Just rest. Please stop. Please stop. You need to rest. Please stop. Just rest. Right. Rest. Please stop. it's quite odd really. It was complete when we started, but
Darling,
time passed and it began to fade, decay slowly.
doing?
We didn't pay attention, she distracted us with words, and when we turned back, it was different. Fragments remained, but it wasn't the same.
Remember me?
The same thing was said for her.
Please, darling, can you open the door? Please.